Looking into the Solana 1 hour chart, we can see that since having the breakout from this consolidation pattern, we have been moving in a pretty bullish direction and not showing much signs of slowing down. However, something very significant is showing in the RSI that means that something could be a bit of a warning sign for the Solana price right now. So let's have a look at what's been happening in Solana recently. So on the 1 hour, you can see that we ran into some sort of significant resistance where we formed this sort of lower shoulder and then we started to form a higher shoulder here, but at the same time consecutively putting in higher lows. Okay, so what's significant about this area? If we jump out and we can put from this swing high all the way down to this swing low with the Fibonacci retracement tool, we can see that this area here is the 0.618, and that is significant for us. That's around the $177 level, and you can see pretty much perfectly we found resistance at this level before being pushed back down towards the downside. But what's key to see here is we are still maintaining this high above the $165 level, which is obviously the next level down on the Fibonacci retracement. Looking in at a potentially bullish scenario here, guys, we do have potential bull flag forming, in which case we can take from the flagpole here. If we were then to take a breakout position, that would take us up towards 196, or potentially, depending on when it would hit, around $196, okay, which is in line pretty much with the next Fibonacci retracement line. As you can see, guys, around $177 is pretty much the local top for Solana. So if Solana is going to be able to push and continue on to the upside, bearing in mind this is the 30-minute chart, it needs to be putting in sort of 4-hour closes above the $177 line in order for Solana to be able to continue this run. Otherwise, we might potentially see something like this unfold, and this will potentially see us drop further down towards the downside. However, you know, due to the size of the pattern, realistically around $157 would be my bearish price target, and what we potentially might see from there is a further push to the upside. As I mentioned previously, when we have these breakouts, we do usually come back for a retest and confirmation. However, we are still waiting to see that, so it could potentially be on the cards for the Solana price. Now, something else is a bit of a cause for concern, guys. As you can see up here in the price, this is on the 30 minutes. Still, we can see the price still moving in a general upwards direction, putting in higher highs each time. But if we look down here at the RSI, we can see we are actually putting in lower highs. Okay, that's what's called a bearish divergence, and is a kind of a fairly strong indicator that we could be about to see a change of direction in the market. It doesn't happen necessarily straight away, so as I mentioned, we could continue to push towards the upside a bit, but unless we're able to break through this on the RSI, then potentially we're due to have sort of a dip. That's a key indicator for me, because the $177, if we're going to break that, we'll probably break it on the RSI as well, and that would mean that this bearish divergence is then cancelled out. But as it stands, bearish divergence is still very much in play, and bearing in mind this is also somewhat potentially of a rising channel, we could see that taking a further dip towards the downside. Okay, to put it simply, if we have a break of the 4-hour candle and a close above $177, then in my opinion, we're going to be pushing up towards price targets of around $195 and potentially then on to all-time highs. However, in terms of a bearish scenario, if we take a drop below around $168, we're going to be revisiting down towards $155 and potentially lower than that later on. So pay attention to these key two price targets. Please hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Thanks very much for watching. Bye-bye.